he's not going to take the touchback. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. To the air on first down. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Lots of running room. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Wants to throw on first down. Gets it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackle.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and there he goes. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. The give to the tailback. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill with that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice game. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up in the 28.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
After the big first down sack, it's second down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Makes a connection. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They'll run it from the gun. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Grab behind the line. It's Mitchell. And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And that is no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the...
Continues to fight for yards. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's second and long. Fine play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On third down, he drops the throw. Got his man downfield. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. First play of the period, first down here. Used the play fake, now to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got his man on the outside. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
It's complete. It's a seam wide open. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range, it's third and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it.
Looking for the end zone. And into the end zone for a touchdown.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. SMU notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Dallas is worth its weight in gold to the Mustangs. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And some room to work. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Hauls it in. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I love love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. They want to run it left here. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Caught over the middle. It's Booker. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time when my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this back.
Throws toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Wants to throw it. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. And here comes the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give to the back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Fires to the big fella. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. And he's in for the touchdown. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the score.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it at the 25. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's the handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Gets the back moving. Snap to the back. Complete. Gets away from one. He's got space. He's running free down the middle. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking for a man, it's Sellers. The short hands, it's Smith. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. He tries to take the top off. Snatches it on the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Starting this third quarter on the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And I think think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great, and as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that game. Good coverage.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Looking for his man in the middle. He's got it! Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Out of the backfield, he's open. Runs through a tackle. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
To the ground to try to move the chains. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for a loss in the previous play. They give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Quick strike complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I love when you sell the run like that quarterback did right there. Stuck it in the belly of the running back, pulls it out, runs the play action. Great job of confusing the defense a little bit, making them honor the run, and then throwing the ball in the lanes right behind him.
He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. See.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the comeback is on. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. They go to the wide receiver screen. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. First and 10 for the offense. QB draw. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And a decent game there before the defense makes the stop. first down. It's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Booker. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
Looking downfield on first down. Throws for the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll try the right side. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Leaves it with the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defense.
Turning it on! They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And RD, I love creative offensive coordinators. They don't just split a guy out wide that has game-breaking speed nowadays. Now they shift him, they motion, they put him all over the place. They put him in motion and give him the football. Just find ways to get your play.
Wide open spaces. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And he's swallowed up in the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Extra point here will tie the game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Buffalo needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Western New York behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to UConn. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He wants to take the top off. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in a great position.
The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this.
Going for it all. Touchdown, South Carolina. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the middle. He's got the tight end. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Looking to throw on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. They'll go to the ground. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And now with that play for this offense, it's got to have it time. Yeah, I'm going for it on fourth down. Obviously, a field goal does nothing. But I got 3 timeouts, and that is a good thing. Because I have those in my pocket, I can attack the whole field. I just got to focus in on the yardage to get this fourth down and move the sticks.
Fourth down, got to have it here. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Fires to the right. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in this personnel grouping if you're on defense.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And this defense is all over the quick game right now. They're up in possession, and they are tackling and they're pursuing the football. Nice play on that one.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. Fourth down, and quarterback's got to do something special, knowing that they need a touchdown here to win.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a 1st down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Right on the money. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
In this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up. Maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure.
Turning on the Jets. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog.
And the pass is caught for a touchdown, and it looks as if we could be headed to overtime.
And they desperately needed that touchdown. Now it's miracle time. We got to kick this onside kick and somehow find a way to boot a long field goal and maybe win this thing at the buzzer.
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Called by the defense, 13 seconds to go. Wants to throw, it's Sellers. He'll pull it down. He breaks the tackle. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And the Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. He'll take a deep shot here. Incomplete. The final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire caused a wreck that had to be a blown assignment. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Makes the grab. It's Bennett. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They strike first in overtime. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And he tacks on the extra point. They know what's in front of them. They Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, what a response. You just gave up 7 on the other side of the field. Every reason to get dejected. Oh, man. But they come out and they respond and they score on the first play. And now, Jesse, down by 1. What do you do?
And they made it look easy too, David. And you got to wonder about this defense and how much they have left in the tank. Because of that, maybe if you're on offense, you just decide to end this thing right here. You scored so easily, maybe you could do the same on a 2-point play.
Now, first down here in the second overtime. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Man, you play this whole game back and forth into overtime. Now you got a chance to set the tone, run the football in overtime, and be a little physical.
And if you can run the ball and not put it in jeopardy by throwing passes, that's a great way to finish the deal. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Mitchell. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Does the drama get any thicker? The offense comes to the line on fourth down here in overtime. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive.
And sometimes the best defense is a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can.
Defense has its back against the wall as they try to extend this game and force another overtime. Oh, it's a reverse. He's loose. A game winner. What a finish in double overtime.
Game on the line, and they've got to be the more physical side. Great job getting blocks up front. He was able to skirt his way into the end zone, David, to win this game.
And that's why I want the ball second in OT. I know exactly what I need to go get it done. They take it down the field, run in the end zone, and end the football game.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away here, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, David.
Free. Yeah, right. If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome. Back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime play in that one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.